Coury. Visit his website, RonCouryAuthor.com. For more details, go to Amazon to order Tenacity today.
President Trump's decision to declare a national emergency to get funds for his border wall is being met with resistance from Democrats. Democratic Representative Chrissy Houlihan of Pennsylvania says that using a national emergency to get around Congress is a dangerous precedent.
I worry that if we reappropriate money that has already been appropriated for national security interests to other areas, that we're putting our troops in harm's way potentially, and the unintended consequences of this declaration of a natural emergency or subsequent declarations of natural emergencies around things like climate change, I think are very, very worrisome and we don't want to set this precedent.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office is distributing a spreadsheet to members listing a host of wide-ranging local projects potentially threatened by Trump's effort to shift funds from military construction coffers to the border wall, hoping to get Republicans to turn against Trump. The Vatican has dismissed former U.S. Cardinal Theodore McCarrick after a church trial found him guilty of sexually abusing minors. This is USA Radio News.
If your New Year's resolution is to be healthier, it all starts with a good night's rest. MyPillow's best offer ever has been extended. When you go to MyPillow.com, click on the end of the year special, you'll get the lowest price ever MyPillow has offered for their 4-pack, free shipping, and their 60-day money-back guarantee has been extended through March 1st. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the end of the year special, use my promo code USA to get 2 premium MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. MyPillow.com, promo code USA.
Another store is closing its doors for good. Payless says they're having a liquidation sale this weekend and will eventually close all of its U.S. locations. USA's Wendy King reports.
The popular footwear chain released a statement that says it's beginning its liquidation sales right away at its stores in the United States and Puerto Rico. Payless explains all stores will remain open until the end of March, and most will stay open until the end of May.
It makes me sad because I like Payless. You can pay less.
The shoe retailer emerged from bankruptcy protection 18 months ago with nearly $400 million in unpaid loans. Payless currently has 2,100 stores here in the United States.
After repeatedly lying to Robert Mueller's investigators, Paul Manafort, a former member of the Trump 2016 campaign team, should get a lengthy prison sentence. That, according to New York City Republican Councilman Joseph Borelli.
I mean, if you look at the crimes he was convicted of, I think it was 8, bank fraud, tax fraud, hiding offshore accounts in Cyprus. This is someone who doesn't necessarily deserve leniency. I don't think he should be singled out for prosecution because of his ties with President Trump, but I also don't think he should be singled out for some sort of, pardon or some sort of being let off easy, essentially.
Borelli co-chaired Trump's campaign during the 2016 New York Republican primary. Borelli made his comments on CNN's New Day. For USA Radio News, I'm Rick Vincent.
Do you have an old car sitting in your driveway? How would you like to learn a hassle-free way to get rid of it, help kids in need, and get a great tax donation in the process? It's real easy. One simple free call to our car donation hotline is all it takes. Call the Neshama Foundation at 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. We'll come pick your car up for free and give you a tax donation for the full value of the car, running or not. The value of your unwanted car will go to help kids in need. It's fast and easy. Just call us and your car will be gone and on its way to helping children in 48 hours. And you get a nice tax deduction. Call the Neshama Foundation now to get rid of your car, help kids, and get a tax write-off. Call 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723, 800-721-6723. That's 800-721-6723.
Welcome to the Garden America Show, the country's most listened to gardening program. This is your chance to join us as we talk about gardening, horticulture, landscaping, in fact, anything that has to do with the world of gardening. The phone lines are open right now at 1-855-424-9825. That's 1-855-424-9825 for your questions and comments. Or John at gardenamerica.com. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can also post your questions and comments right there on our page during the broadcast. Now, here's Bryan Main, John Bagnasco, and Tiger Palafox on the Garden America Radio and Media Network.
Well, hour number 2, and hopefully a lot smoother than the way we opened up things. Hour number 1 And those of you that are listening on the radio that went from Facebook back to the radio, you may now sign on Facebook. We did find out something interesting. The reason why you were either kicked off or couldn't get back on again had to do with licensing. During the problem we had opening the show, John, as you know, I played some music for a while, which is not licensed to be heard on Facebook. So Facebook, with their algorithms, took us off, and we rejoined. We've got a new feed going. So if you're on the radio, want to go back to Facebook, we are there, and I see more and more people are joining us as we speak. Was that a good explanation?
Yeah, it was a good explanation,
okay.
and I just feel better knowing what happened.
Well, that's just it. You know, people sometimes, it's more not, we know what happened, but why did it happen?
Right.
And I'm one of those, you know, if I'm driving in my car and I hear like a little, you know, something rattling, and I don't know where it's coming from, it drives me nuts.
Right.
Once I find the source, I can live with the rattle for a while. It's one of those things. Hey,
see, that's the difference between you and me, because my thought would be it eventually will go away.
Yeah, just let it go, right?
Yeah, it'll fix itself.
Let it go. 855-424-9825. That's the number that Ed used to call us. Hey, Ed, you're on the air, and I have a suspicion that you want to know about archive shows, so on and so forth. How can we help you? Are you there, Ed?
This week, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're on, Ed. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Usually, sometimes I'm not always able to hear both hours of the show. And last week I wanted to hear the second hour of the show, and I went to the page on Biz Talk. It shows the first hour, but it doesn't show the second hour.
Okay, well, they're listening right now. We'll find out and to see what that might be as far as only having 1 hour and not both hours. They both should be there, and I know sometimes it does vary in terms of uploading shows, so on and so forth. Let me ask you this, Ed. Are you on Facebook Live? Do you ever watch our show on Facebook?
Unfortunately, I'm old school. I still believe in telephones.
Telephones. And the reason I say that, and for anybody else that's listening to us right now, is every show that is recorded and videotaped is also archived on our Facebook page, and you can always go back and watch that as well. But your point is well taken. BizTalk just heard you now because we're obviously broadcasting through BizTalk, and we'll find out about that for you, Ed.
Sometimes they might, I don't know if this would be the case, Brian, but maybe they uploaded the first hour and just upload the second hour later?
Sometimes it takes a while for those shows to be uploaded, but we will check into it, Ed. That's a very good point because some people can't hear the shows live all the time and want to catch an old show. Do you have a question, by the way, while we've got you?
Yes, the other question I have is I heard the promo and see it on the newsletter for the Del Mar Garden Show, and I was wondering if John or any of you people are going to be at the garden show this year.
Yeah, you know, we just addressed that, and obviously you didn't hear it. But the three of us may go ourselves, but we're not making any public appearance. We're not having a booth. We're
maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah, this year we just had too much going on. You know, I just closed escrow on my house yesterday, had everything termited.
Excuses.
It's just too much.
And Tiger 2 weeks ago fell and cut his chin, and he's got stitches.
No excuse.
So we're a bunch of whiners, Ed.
No, I understand that you're spread pretty thin, and I know we've had the good fortune to come down and see occasionally at the garden show. I know a couple of years ago when Sharon was still with you, we went out and saw it at the Del Mar show, and I'm sure John remembers that was the year the big winds came up.
Oh, my gosh, that was the last time I had a booth there.
It lifted up your whole booth like the Wizard of Oz, didn't it?
And that's the reason why, correct?
Exactly. That was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know, since he's bringing up painful memories, it was so bad that I just went home and didn't even show up until halfway through the next day when the sun came out. And our booth was, you know, there, and there were plants there, but there was no one there to take the money. And people still bought stuff from our booth and just put the money, you know, someone collected the money for us. And
how nice.
When I got there, they said, yeah, here's all the stuff you sold. You know, here's the money for it.
Yeah, that was a bad experience.
Yeah.
Very bad. Hey, Ed, you're a longtime listener, and we so appreciate talking to you, and we love it when you call, buddy.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, sir.
All right, take care. Ed's been with us since before I was born.
Yeah.
That's how long Ed's been listening
and
to the
I
show.
do want to tell everybody that's listening to, we were talking about archive shows, is that if even someone like Ed had mentioned that he believes in the telephone and maybe not the computer as much.
Sure.
He did go to Biz Talk Radio, which is an online website. And Facebook for our archive shows is just as easy.
It might be even easier.
You don't have to be a member of Facebook. You don't have to have a profile. You don't have to friend us. You can simply just go and type in Garden America Facebook page.
Or Garden America Radio.
Yeah. And it'll pop up our Facebook page.
And just scroll down.
You just scroll down, you look at the past videos, and they are videos, but there's nothing to say that you can't just have the audio playing in the background.
And I think a lot of people, you bring up a
podcast.
good point, that have had problems maybe in the past accessing Biz Talk Radio, which is a great source, by the way. Some people have gone to Facebook and not necessarily sitting down to watch.
Yeah.
They just listen to the audio.
Right.
And that's fine as well. Still trying to get a hold of our guest.
Okay.
Not answering the phone right now, but we'll keep trying.
Do you remember several months ago, last year, that Keith from Point Loma offered to give me a cashmere cypress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was, he lives in Point Loma and it was going to be too big for his property.
It was that or a cashmere sweater. It was one of the two, right?
Right. And I opted for the plant. But he sent me a little note and he says, "Good morning, John." He said, "Your cupressus is thriving. It's amazing what a proper watering regimen, some old EnviroTree, and HB 101 will do."
EnviroTree.
Gosh,
He says,
imagine that.
"I was talking to it the other day, and it confessed to me that it's really looking forward to getting out of its container and spreading its root in its new home. It asked me when this was going to happen, and I explained your current moving situation. If you have some sort of an update, I'd be happy to pass it on to the tree."
I love it.
Happy trails with your move.
You know what? I think Keith should be a guest writer for our newsletter now and
Yeah.
then. Every now and then we'll say, "Keith, we need something from you this week."
But I want him to only write as if it's coming from the plant.
Like
if
just
the
did,
plant
yes.
is writing the note.
You know, hey, that's a great idea, right?
That is a good
great
idea.
I love it.
You can incorporate that. Now, speaking of saucers, what we spoke last
Yeah.
hour, I was talking to my wife, Dana, over the break. I said, "Hey, can you go outside on the patio and make sure that those, and she called me back and said, yes, that everything's fine, but there is this one plant that I want you to look at when you get home."
Uh-oh.
That's never good.
Yeah.
I think you need to look at this one plant when you get home.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I was out there every day dumping, but then, like you said, an hour later,
it's full again.
You know, I heard somebody mention, I think it might have been on another gardening radio show.
Well, shame on you. Are you cheating on us?
No, no. I never listen during our show, but this was on the way to work. And he mentioned
research, John, right?
That every cutting that he ever took on ficus rooted.
Wow. Impressive.
And
really,
the reason I bring that up is I'm trying to dig up plants in my house, and move everything to our new house. And to answer Keith's question, if he's listening, they're supposed to do grading within the next 2 weeks. Once that grading's done, then I can pick up the cashmere cypress. So, Keith, if you tell the cashmere cypress, just hang on for a couple of weeks. we'll let it know. But now, what was I talking about?
The ficus.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, thank you, Tiger. See, Tiger listens to you.
He does.
I told
all
you.
the time.
He always listens, which is nice.
Doesn't
always agree, but he always listens.
With that smile on your face, I wish you were looking at the camera. That was a priceless smile.
So, with all these, if it's true that ficus root easily, I have probably a 20-year-old plant of Ficus Natasha, which is a dwarf.
Right.
And after 20 years, it's only about shoulder high.
That's the dwarf?
But there were a bunch of cuttings in this one pot, so they've all kind of grown together. So I can't dig it out of the ground because it has maybe 20 trunks to it.
Oh, wow.
All kind of melded into each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if I could go and take cuttings now, if I stuck those in a pot, if they would root. And then right next to it is a Ficus parcellii, the clown fig.
Why not try? What do you got to lose? Why not?
All right.
Go put your lab coat on.
You've convinced me. I'll
Have
give
you
it
seen
a
him?
try.
Have you seen him in his lab coat when he's out there working? It just makes it so much more realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, it is break time. Love to hear from you. Questions, comments, Facebook Live up and running. John at GardenAmerica.com, and of course 855-424-9825. Again, that's 855-424-9825. John at Garden America. We're going to step aside. I'm Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. And now we're going to pay some bills.
It's entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The Spring Home Garden Show. A zillion things to contemplate to make your home accommodate the lifestyle that you dream about. This is the best home show of all. It's one-stop shopping, wall to wall. You feel at home without a doubt. It's entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The Spring Home Garden Show.
Do you love your home, condo, or even your apartment? Then show it some love at the original, the biggest and the very best home and garden show in San Diego. The Spring Home Garden Show, March 1st through the 3rd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. For everyone seeking quality products, expert services, and creative ideas for your home and garden, come to the Spring Home Garden Show, March 1st through the 3rd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
Entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The Spring Home Garden Show.
And now today's Bob Evans foodie lesson, nostalgic eating. Did you know there's a strong link between sense and emotional memory? The smell of different foods can evoke vivid and detailed emotional memories of our past. For example, the scent of a deep-fried corn dog may remind us of a state fair in the summer. Because odor-evoked memories tend to be positive, the smell improves the mood and produces feelings of social connectedness. And now a word from Bob Evans.
You're the family chef, but with homework, practices, email, getting a good meal on the table is tough. Sometimes the best choice is the easy choice. Delicious Bob Evans mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, made with ingredients like real milk, butter, potatoes, and cheese. Bob Evans sides are ready in the microwave in 6 minutes, and they're the perfect complement to any meal. Once your family tries them, it'll be love at first bite. Get Bob Evans sides today in the refrigerated section at your favorite grocery store.
Bob Evans down on the farm.
Americans are going crazy for a new Italian diet pill that burns 3 times more fat than dieting alone. And the next 100 callers get 3 bottles for free. Sold under the brand name Invigorate 3X. This powerful pill triggers metabolic acceleration, a process that's deficient in most Americans, making weight loss a hassle. But a new study shows 30 pounds gone in 90 days with just 2 capsules a day. Julie B. of Nashville says, I was skeptical, but when I saw a famous doctor made it, I decided to try it. I was shocked. I lost 16 pounds in 6 weeks. For a limited time, our listeners get 3 free bottles with a qualifying order. Call 1-800-932-1789 now to get started. Call in the next 10 minutes and also get a free bottle of the doctor's Ultra Detox. And don't forget your free 14-day diet fix. No obligation and 100% free when you call right now. 800-932-1789. 800-932-1789.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Missed an episode of your favorite show? No worries. Catch all the episodes on demand at biztalkradio.com.
Welcome back to the Garden America radio show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Back here on Facebook Live, Biz Talk Radio. It is Garden America, the Garden America Radio and Media Network. Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, I'm Bryan Main. Been a fun day, interesting, learned some things. Still trying to get a hold of our guest for hour number 2 here. A quick little a discussion once we reach her.
Yeah, but I had mentioned that spring is springing earlier, and it's an exciting time. I mean, right now
it's going to be beautiful this year here with all the rain.
Yeah, we're getting so booked up with things coming up in our near future that, all the rain, all the exciting new introduction for plants and all of that stuff coming out is going to be hitting the West Coast probably in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You're going to start to see all that stuff. Obviously,
it seems
East
like
Coast.
we go from winter into spring just by snapping your fingers out here.
Right.
There's no in between.
No.
That's true.
And, East Coast, obviously, I'm sorry to say you guys have months.
You got a ways to go.
Left of waiting. But
put another log on the fire. That's right. What you're saying.
At least the polar vortex is gone, right?
Yeah. But this year, people have to get really excited about the new vegetable introductions, new flower introductions. Somebody had just mentioned on Facebook Live, I think it was Kathy,
about the tomatoes,
the San Francisco or the cloudy day, and she's really bummed out because we talked up that tomato so much in the past year.
For people who live near the coast?
For people who live near the coast to replace their San Francisco fog. And do we have a reason why?
There's always a reason.
Well, but a good reason?
Well, the reason is that all our tomatoes are organically grown.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there's not an organic source for the seed, and you can't get organic registration if you bring in seed from a non-organic source.
Right.
And we had a few varieties that happened to this year.
Oh, okay.
So we weren't able to get them.
I've got an idea in the future when somebody asks a question like that, and there's a similar answer, John.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to get a piece of red tape and hold it up in front of the camera, because that's what you're saying. It's all red tape, right? It's all this and that and licensing and things like that. Red tape is a generic answer, but that's kind of what you're saying. It's just too difficult. Was Kathy or Kathryn? Who was it?
Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember.
It was Kathy.
Kathy, I hope that answers your question.
Kathy up in Neyland, California.
Yeah.
A longtime listener of the show.
So what would be a good alternative for her that we could provide? Or do we have
all
something?
The ones that we used to talk bad about?
That we used to talk about.
Because Cloudy Day was the best.
Well, there's a lot of short season
right
that'll do really well up there. But the thing about Cloudy Day is that it was not only short season, but also performed well in cool temperatures.
And if I'm not mistaken, it can take the wind, right? More than other tomatoes if it's windy near the coast?
No, I never heard that.
Really? I think I have a recording of you saying that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go find that and play it back to our listeners.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm excited to start planting. I threw out I got to figure out wildflower seeds that are rabbit proof. So I threw out a whole bunch of those mixes of wildflowers for
to see what
California.
they like and don't like.
And I threw them out, and so they're going to be coming up here in the next few weeks.
You know what? If you had a big have-a-heart trap,
yeah,
that would hold coyotes,
yeah,
I've got a lot at my new place.
That's a
coyotes?
huge trap.
Yeah, a lot of coyotes.
Oh, so you want me to fill the trap with rabbits and then bring it to your place?
No. Fill a trap with the coyotes and then bring them to your house to eat the rabbits.
Oh.
Now, let me ask you a question.
I think I'd much rather do it the reverse.
Have you heard coyotes where you live right now?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Of course.
So then when they make a kill, you hear them when they're...
Right.
Okay, all right. Because when I used to live in Alpine, same thing. And
Right.
we'd hear this, and well, I guess they just caught something because they're excited.
Check the cats.
Yeah, well, I lost a cat. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I remember driving down the street at night and a coyote going across the road with a cat in its mouth.
Was it followed by a roadrunner?
No. But it was...
Yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it? We have coyotes where we live, and we're just off the freeway.
Yeah.
And but here's the thing, because for a long time we have wild rabbits as well, and for a long time we didn't see any more rabbits. And we thought, well, the coyotes are eating good. Now the rabbits are back, and we're not seeing coyotes. Go figure.
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of owls out there. Joe was telling me lots of...
I love owls.
Predator birds, owls.
I would love to
hawks.
have an owl.
It's awesome to sit on you've probably experienced it where you sit in your backyard in the evening.
Yeah.
And if you keep the lights low and everything, all of a sudden you'll hear them kind of you don't hear them actually, you kind of catch it in your eye. They'll swoop
Oh, yeah, because
by.
they're really silent.
You can't ever, you can't
They
hear
don't
them.
make a noise
They
at
do
all.
not make a noise. Owls are super neat.
And you know what amazes me for the kinds of prey they go after? Some of these owls have really small beaks compared to how
Right.
big their body is.
You would think it'd be more like a hawk.
Exactly.
Like a hawk beak.
Oh, little beak, and the huge eyes.
Yeah.
I wonder if I have mountain lions on my property.
You better check.
Bobcats for sure, but
Yeah.
mountain lion.
I've had bobcats at my house in Fallbrook
Right.
once before.
Did you hear about the guy that killed a mountain lion with his bare hands?
In Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got cats at home, and I know that if you put your knee on their back leg, and then they'll start to do the rabbit kick. So I just kind of grabbed him here, and then I took a rock, and I killed him.
Well,
Wow.
he had a big gash in his face.
Oh yeah, no, he got beat up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
hey,
you don't hear that too often about them surviving a mountain attack.
here's the final score: humans won,
Yeah.
mountain lion nothing.
Yeah.
I did see the PETA response. They said that it was just a bad situation because the mountain lion was just living in its home.
And he was hungry, and he went
Doing-
after a food source.
Yeah.
And they're right, an unfortunate situation.
Yeah. To be fair to them, they said it was bad for both.
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
The guy
Well,
and
you
the
know what?
mountain
When
lion.
I don't know that I would feel comfortable jogging in some of those areas.
Yeah, the
I don't
trails.
know. Yeah, because that's where they are. They see any movement, and the last thing you want to do is run. Obviously.
Yeah.
Just like a bear or anything else, because that triggers that response. How did we get on that
Back to
topic?
garden. Well, we talked about all these critters.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah.
invading our yard.
So, speaking of your yard, veggie
Yeah.
pod, how is everything growing?
Oh, the veggie pod's doing great. I had this wonderful broccoli and lettuce, growing in there. The snap peas, they're starting to get done. The snap peas, I felt, got a little overwatered in the veggie pod, but it was because it was raining, not because the
That's
veggie
right.
pod or anything of that nature.
And it holds moisture anyway.
Yeah.
Jerry on Facebook says there's both mountain lions and wolves in L.A.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Wolves?
LA County, wolves, absolutely. Going into the backcountry? Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
They have big canyons and stuff over
Yeah,
there.
sure. Spend the night at Laurel Canyon one night, John. Not inside a house, outside. I mean, like
Sorry, I
camping.
interrupted you, Tiger.
No, go ahead.
But
You're
the
a
one
bit-
thing I am worried about in my yard, and there's really nothing I can do about, but I planted that podocarpus hedge and some trees, and one of them was an avocado tree. One was this big triangle palm. But when I planted these trees, when I dug down, it was heavy clay, and I noticed it wasn't very porous, and the water wasn't draining well. So I put in some of the
John and
Bob's penetrate.
Right.
But I'm just worried with all this rain that they're just sitting in water now. Let's see how they do.
We've all got problems or situations. I got to go back home and check my patio plants and see who drowned and which roots are rotting.
When we come back from the break, I will tell you a little story about triangle palms.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Story
I
time
love
with
them.
John Bagnasco. And if you have any questions, right there on Facebook Live, we'll take care of you. Also, John at GardenAmerica.com, or you can call us at 855-424-9825. We're going to take a break. Thank you for tuning in to Garden America.
Somebody, ooh, somebody, can anybody find me? Somebody to love.
Alexa, play hits from Queen.
Okay.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Have you heard about Biz TV? Biz TV is the home for America's entrepreneurs, small businesses, and those who want to succeed in life. It's the only national television network committed to airing original, high-quality, educational, and inspirational programming about real business people. Biz TV can provide the right kind of ideas, motivation, and education to help fuel the next generation of business owners. Visit BizTV.com and call your satellite or cable service provider to request Biz TV.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-915-8941. 800-915-8941. 800-915-8941. Call right now. Operators are standing by. 800-915-8941.
Does your water stain and damage your fixtures? Does it smell or taste bad? Are you worried about what's in your water? Water quality should not be painful and worrisome. Get HydroCare water systems from Wave Home Solutions with the most advanced purification technologies. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-989-WAVE or go to wavewater411.com. HydroCare will eliminate limescale that causes hundreds of dollars in damage to pipes and appliances without using salt. Well water will no longer smell or stain your fixtures. City water will be purified of harmful chlorine, lead, arsenic, and chemicals. Wave Home Solutions provides the cleanest, healthiest water at every faucet. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 1-888-989-WAVE, 1-888-989-WAVE, or go to wavewater411.com. That's wavewater411.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Call the CPAP hotline now. 800-525-8891. 800-525-8891. That's 800-525-8891. Copays and deductibles apply. Supplies are replaced in accordance with Medicare guidelines.
Watch some of your favorite shows on Biz TV. Check to see if you get Biz TV by going to biztv.com. And now, back to Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
And that brings our time to just about 35 minutes after the hour back here on your Saturday. Hey, to our friends on the East Coast, good afternoon. For the rest of us, good Saturday morning. Happy weekend. Long President's Day weekend for a lot of people. I have Monday off. I bet you're working though, right, Tiger?
Yep, I'm working.
Yep. No rest, no rest for the wicked, as they used to say, but I'm going to enjoy my time off. And hopefully you have a nice 3-day weekend. Back live on Facebook, questions, comments, also John at gardenamerica.com. And with our next person we have lined up, Tiger, we may get some more questions.
Yeah, so Kathryn joined
us.
us.
By the way, I'm going to defer on my triangle palm story until after our guest.
Yeah, don't forget it. I want to hear it.
Okay.
Kathryn joined us a while back with Vivacious Dish and Slow Food, and she wanted to be able to come back on because she has a new exciting development in her Vivacious Dish catalog. Kathryn, good morning.
And good afternoon to the East Coast. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, thank you. Tell us what you have going on. I mean, I'm reading here about it on your Kickstarter campaign, but we'd love to hear it from you.
Yeah, so we shared the last time I was on the show about a new line of energy activating chocolate truffles, or chakra chocolate truffles, and we are right now in the midst of our Kickstarter to seed fund the launch of the packaging and the first run of these products to be able to be shipped across the country.
And now, one of the reasons why you source it is because of the materials you put in there. These are not just basic off-the-shelf ingredients, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So we partner with local beekeepers that are committed to sustainable practices because the chocolates are sweetened only with honey, no other refined sugars. And then we also partner with farmers collectives, organic farmers collectives in Peru and Sri Lanka, because we use raw cacao and coconut products. So those obviously aren't grown locally, but the whole premise of the product line is to be able to support healthy ecosystems locally with the honey, and then globally with the organic and fair trade cacao and coconut. So there's a lot of great benefits from a health perspective, and there's a lot of great benefits for the environment and in support of healthy farmers around the world.
I just shared your Kickstarter link onto the Facebook Live feed, and it's under the name the Maya Moon Company, just for you people that are listening know what to look for. And if you there's a video of these truffles on the Kickstarter, but if you saw them in studio, and they tasted wonderful.
Oh man, yeah.
Really neat to have natural organic products. And also be very tasty, delicious treats, but with the whole chakra energy idea as well. It's kind of a fun little gift if anybody's looking for it. I know Valentine's Day has passed, but I'm sure you'll have more stuff coming up soon, right, Kathryn?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's a great thing to share. We're doing actually a buy one, get one special on the Kickstarter right now. So meaning that if you invest, you'll actually get 2 boxes, and it's a fun thing to have one for you and one to gift to a friend.
Oh,
that's very nice.
Yeah.
And it's never too late to say I love you.
Yeah, no. I mean, one thing I have learned in the years of marriage is that you can celebrate Valentine's Day anytime, because they like that almost better than it being on the forced day.
There's no reason.
So, yeah, just give it no reason.
You want to.
But don't miss that day.
Yeah, don't miss that day, definitely. But if you also happen to do it anytime before or after, it's fine as well, right? Right, Kathryn?
I like the way you think, guys. This is good. I support this. And you know what? Anytime to share good energy with a friend or loved one, that's what we think with the chocolate line and with the energy piece of it. So it's
absolutely
fun.
Well, we learned a few things from you too. So over the past several weeks.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Kathryn,
we can share knowledge.
Are you? I know you're traveling around a bit. Do you have any events coming up anytime soon you want to let people know about?
Oh, great question. Yeah. So we have the Kickstarter running right now, and that'll go through March 7th. And then I'll actually be in New York City in May 1st. I'm in New York City in Manhattan doing a chocolate ceremony. So with the chocolate truffles, we also offer ceremonies and special events. So we have that going on. And then we also have a yoga brunch in San Diego coming up this coming Saturday, which is February 23rd. It's farm yoga followed by a farm to table brunch. And that's going to be in San Diego. And if you go to vivaciousdish.com, you can find info on both of those events. But it'll be fun ways to connect people to food and to delicious chocolate and all of that good stuff.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of fun.
That's all positive.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, Kathryn, I know you're out and about, but we want to thank you for joining us this morning, and lots of good info. We'll share the info on our Facebook Live feed, Vivacious Dish, and your Kickstarter campaign. And for those of you listening, great way to get more information about Kathryn and what she's up to.
Thanks so much for having me, guys. It's great to reconnect.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again soon, Kathryn. Thank you.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Beautiful. Take care. All right, 40 minutes after the hour, quick hour so far, 20 minutes left in today's show.
I think I heard somewhere that most of the world's chocolate comes from the Ivory Coast.
Really?
I think so.
Wow, that's exciting.
Not positive. I'd have to look that up, but I think that I heard that.
I want to hear your triangle palm story.
Yes, triangle palm story, John Bagnasco.
Well, triangle palms, the genus is Neodipsis, right?
I don't remember.
I think so.
Neodipsis?
I think it's Neodipsis triangularis.
Which is Latin, isn't it?
Yes, triangularis especially means triangle. But in McCulloch's Palms of the World, which came out in the 60s, I think, was one of the great original palm reference books. And when you come to the triangle palm, it describes how rare they are, and that in the United States, there's only 3 known plants, and they're in Hawaii. And it had a picture of them and showed where they were.
Wow.
And that was in the 60s, right? Now you can buy them at Home Depot.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Dipsis
Decarii. Yeah, I think it used to be triangularis, and they changed
now it's Decarii.
Decarii, yeah.
But
and it's called a triangle palm because it has a trunk, but the crown shaft, or where the leaves are attached to the trunk, form a triangle.
Yep. So you only have 3 fronds that come out at a triangle shape.
Right.
It's really amazing how it does that. Because the fronds, just like any other palm, comes right out of the center. How did they know to fall right into that direct angle?
The isosceles effect.
I think you're right, yeah. Isosceles.
Yeah.
That's a great answer for anything.
But I think that's just amazing to go from only 3 plants known to now it's just a common everyday item.
In a matter of 50 years.
Yeah, in a lot of that's happened to a lot of plants because of horticulture and gardeners, plants that may have gone extinct.
And the awareness of people who are plant hunters.
For instance, what's the plant back east that John Bartram found and made famous?
Was it
Willamette pine or whatever?
Tagaris philippinatus? Was that it?
I don't even know what you said.
I think that was a Game of Thrones character.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it was the camellia type flower. Oh, Franklinia. The Franklinia, which was named after Benjamin Franklin, was discovered back east on the East Coast. Someone had gone into the woods. They dug up 3 plants and brought them back, and the plant was never found again. So all Franklinia that are grown today came from those original 3 plants.
What do you think, Tuggy? You want to take his class?
Definitely.
Take John's class for a semester?
Plant history class?
History, trivia?
One thing we've talked about before, now that we're going off on a tangent anyway, the Encephalartis woodii, which is a cycad from South Africa.
Woodii?
Only 1 plant has ever been discovered, and it was a male. In modern days anyway, could have been that there were more in the past and that they were cut down or something happened to them. But only 1 plant ever discovered. It was a male, so there's no way to get seeds to grow new ones. So the only way they could get those plants was cycads will often put off offsets, which are called pups. And you would root those, and then you would get a new plant.
Hope it was a female.
No, it's always going to be
It's always going to be a male if it's an offset?
Right. So what they've done now is they've taken the male Encephalartis woodii and crossed it with Encephalartis natalensis, which they think is the closest relative.
This is like cloning and DNA and all that.
So you take a
stuff.
male woodii, cross it with a female natalensis, and you now have a plant that is 50% woodii and 50% natalensis. Then when those get to be old enough,
right,
you take
I see where you're going.
The male woodii and cross it with the 50-50.
You keep working your way down.
And you now have a plant that's 75% woodii and 25%. And they think after 5 generations, they'll have pure woodii plants or pretty close to them. That's about 300 years, but at least they're working towards it.
And just in time for a break. How about a light golf applause
Way to break it down, John.
It is 45 minutes after the hour. One more segment coming up. I'm Bryan Main along with John Bagnasco, Tiger Palafox here. Garden America, Biz Talk Radio, streaming live on Facebook right now. Questions, Facebook Live or John at gardenamerica.com. You can also reach us at 855-424-9825. This is Garden America.
Contemplate to make your home accommodate the lifestyle that you dream about. This is the best home show of all. It's one-stop shopping, wall to wall. You feel at home without a doubt. It's entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The Spring Home Garden Show.
Do you love your home, condo, or even your apartment? Then show it some love at the original, the biggest and the very best home and garden show in San Diego. The Spring Home Garden Show, March 1st through the 3rd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. For everyone seeking quality products, expert services, and creative ideas for your home and garden, come to the Spring Home Garden Show, March 1st through the 3rd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
Entertaining, innovating, fascinating, educating. The Spring Home Garden Show.
You like business content? I mean, if you didn't like business content, you wouldn't be listening to this show, right? What if I could give you even more of what you like? Now, we've never met, but I'm willing to bet you are very busy. Between your work, family, and outside commitments, this little car ride is your time to catch up on your favorite show. But do you always get to tune in? Exactly. Well, now there's a business club with you in mind. BizVod is the place for business videos on demand. We have partnered with this show to provide you more of the content you like. The best part? It's all on demand. That means you can log in anytime from any device and watch shows that answer all of your business questions. For a limited time, you can try it for free for 30 days. Simply go to bizvod.com and enter promo code RADIO. That's BIZVOD.com, promo code RADIO.
Due to an upturn in the economy, Main Street Business Loans has pre-approved the release of millions of dollars in small business funding. Your business may already be pre-approved to receive up to $250,000. We've sent out millions of pre-approval letters. We see the economy growing, and our underwriters believe now is the time to invest in your business so you can grow faster and make more money. And we're prepared to give you up to $250,000 to do it. Your funds can be available in 5 days. There are no application fees, no annual fees, just quick access to up to $250,000. If your business did not receive your approval letter to get up to $250,000, call Main Street Business Loans Approval Desk now.
800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. 800-430-7570. That's 800-430-7570.
If you suffer from heartburn or other digestive-related disorders, then there is a new, safe, better, and natural alternative to better digestive wellness and heartburn relief. Praxid not only provides relief of heartburn, but Praxid takes a 360-degree approach to support better digestion, protect you from harmful bacteria, and also balance your stomach to improve digestive functions.
We like to think of it as the multivitamin of digestive health.
It's the only product to combine all natural ingredients known for the digestive health properties into a single patented product. Praxid also comes in easy-to-carry packs. Praxid relieves, restores, and maintains a healthy digestive system. Praxid is available here for only $39.95. Shipping and handling is free, and your money back is guaranteed.
To take advantage of this special radio offer, call now. 1-800-829-5685. That's 1-800-829-5685. 1-800-829-5685.
This message is sponsored by AmeriGlide, featuring the nation's best prices on a home stair lift. Are you having a difficult time getting around your home? Do you avoid going up and down the stairs? Have you even considered moving from your lifelong home just to avoid the stairs? Forget about moving and call AmeriGlide and learn how an easy-to-install stair lift is the perfect solution to help you get your freedom back. Plus, we guarantee the nation's best prices. Make this free call today to learn more. No sales visits are necessary. We can help you over the phone. Now you can stay in the home you've been in for decades. Please do yourself or your loved one a favor. Make this simple 2-minute call right now. Get the lowest price on a stair lift anywhere. Here's the number: 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. 800-886-7342. That's 800-886-7342.
From Main Street to Wall Street, we have the business content you need. So sit back, take notes, and tell your friends about Biz Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Garden America Radio Show with Bryan, John, and Tiger. The phone lines are open right now at 855-424-9825. That's 855-424-9825. Or John at gardenamerica.com.
Back here on Garden America, thank you so much for tuning in, Facebook Live, and of course, streaming live around the world across the country on Biz Talk Radio. You can reach us via telephone. Some people like the old telephone, 855-424-9825, John at gardenamerica.com. Did you say you had an email, John, you wanted to share from somebody, or was it just a comment? I thought earlier you said you had an email.
No, I was looking up. You asked me to forward something to you,
But
which
nothing
I
before
was trying
that.
to do.
Nothing before that as far as questions.
Not that I'm aware of.
All
We
right.
did have Kathy brought to our attention before, Kathy from Neeland, when we
Right.
were talking about the cloudy day tomato. She did mention that Juliet also did really well under those types of conditions. And I think Juliet is probably one of the top 10 tomatoes out there. It's great flavor, prolific,
Mm-hmm.
and
Should do
takes
well.
all different kinds of, and it's an early tomato too.
You know what's funny?
What is funny, Brian?
I'm watching Tiger.
I'm smelling the
Okay,
pot.
these cow pots, they're made of
poop.
Poop, okay. And why is it that we just want to smell it?
I wanna know if it
Tiger's
smells
over there
like poop.
smelling, going, are there any traces of... No?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this on air. I think we were just talking about it off air, but I had my house tented, right, for termites.
Right.
And they use, is it Vicane? It's sulfuric fluoride, the gas that they use.
Reminds me of that Seinfeld episode when he had his apartment.
Yeah. Well, what
sprayed.
they don't tell you in that episode, because you think that it's the smell, right? And if you hold your breath, it's not going to affect you. But I'll tell you, here it is. We've been back in our home for going on 4 days now, and your eyes still burn when you go in the house.
Well, that's
It's
just
ridiculous.
incredible.
I
Did you have to remove like plates or silverware?
No, that's another thing. But you did have to double bag all your food. Any food or spices.
They
or
tell you to like wipe down all of your surfaces.
Just these Cuban cigars were in a humidor, but then I put them in double bags. And
wow.
So you had to do that. But, then I'm thinking, like there's the beds,
Yeah, I'm sure you got to wash
sheets
all
and-
that stuff.
Yeah, but just being in the air, your eyes start to water. If I had, I don't think I would ever do that again. If I had the choice, I would do orange oil. But it's just because, we're moving, we were leaving the house.
Sure, you have to.
And that was something that they required.
Now, Tiger, take a look at John's arm. Is that another arm growing out of his back?
Slowly developing.
Slowly?
I could use a hand.
I'm gonna plant some seeds this week in these cow pots and track
what happens?
track the progress and see how they do.
If you
What
want
do
to
you-
know how to plant those seeds, Tiger,
Yeah.
if you go to the
Here-
Garden America newsletter,
Here we go.
Sharon Asakawa wrote an article on the art of seed starting.
Seed starting.
Yeah, so
It's an art.
I'm gonna learn.
You can
all
learn how to do
about
that.
Seed starting.
And if you're not subscribed to the Garden America newsletter, if you just go to gardenamerica.com and enter your email address in the upper right-hand corner, it'll come out every Friday.
Now, do you keep track of when somebody new subscribes? Do you see numbers actually going up?
Well, hopefully
because
we
he has to enter it.
Well, hopefully we can get this fixed on our, we're redoing our website.
We're going to have a brand new web page for everybody out
we
there.
We hope to have it done this summer. And there's supposed to be a link that goes directly into Constant Contact. But for some reason, it doesn't always work. So to answer your question, I have to go to our website, find out who has signed up, and make sure that it's gone to Constant Contact.
Okay.
If it doesn't, then I manually enter.
Okay.
So-
But yeah, subscribe to the newsletter, pictures, articles. We've got the quote of the week there. Just good information. And of course, it also talks about upcoming shows and guests that are going to be appearing right here on Garden America.
Once a week is a good update.
Sure
it
it is.
Once a month, I don't think is enough.
No, once a week is good.
And I have some that I think I get every day. That's too much.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't do that.
That's like Groupon and a lot of other, places like that. Every day.
Yeah, and some things you don't want to delete because occasionally you might want to look at it. But that's the nice thing about emails is you don't have to open them and read them. You can just delete.
And we don't want to be a nuisance. We just want to be your garden
Well, we do a
buddies.
show every week, and the newsletter also tells you who the guest is. So
Right. A little background on the
if
guest.
you can't listen to us live, learn about whatever that topic was, you can always go back.
So there you have it. 56 minutes after, a few minutes to go here. What should we talk about as we wrap things up on this Saturday?
I think our last podcast went well too. We were talking about protecting our plants from frost. That's up on the podcast.
I uploaded it last week,
and it's also on Facebook Live now in the videos section. You can also stream it that way. And again, people, you don't have to watch it. You can just have it in the background
just
and listen to
it.
Just like you would some of the other things.
It's another media source.
Yeah. So, that was a good talk about protecting your plants from frost, why frost happens, and, other plants that are more resilient to frost, or how to make more plants resilient to frost.
And speaking of the newsletter, John puts a link that takes you right to our podcast.
Yeah.
And every single podcast we've done is there. So we automatically archive them, and they're on the iHeartRadio Media site because it's through iHeartMedia. But any podcast that you want to listen to, they're there for the past several months.
Patty from San Marcos sent me a picture that she said a friend of hers took it and wanted to know what it was. And we thought that the friend lived in the San Marcos area. And I thought, there's no way this plant would grow in San Marcos. And I don't know if you can see the picture there, Tiger.
No.
But isn't that a cool flower?
Did you find out if indeed it is in San Marcos?
No, it's not. It turned out it was something they found on the internet. But it was a picture of a baobab flower. And I thought, rarely would you get a picture of a flower. Usually when they're big enough to flower, they're huge trees, so you can't even see up there and see the flowers. I think so. Is that the one they call the dead rat tree too? Because the fruit looks like a dead rat hanging on a string.
And that's pleasant. That's a nice visual to leave everyone with.
But the flower, I think, is really unique. It's a huge white flower, and I don't know. It was good to see, but I was just shocked when she sent me the picture because I thought, just no way can that possibly grow around here. It's more of a tropical plant. I did see one growing at the Living Desert Museum out in Palm Springs one time, but I think that a cold winter did it in, and it didn't survive.
Not good.
Well, fans, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the animals gathered around the radio and Facebook Live, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much, and we do appreciate you hanging in there during the first segment of today's show as we got things underway, a little technical problem. We are back again next week, live and ready to go. For myself, Bryan Main, Tiger Palafox, John Bagnasco, and all the good folks at Biz Talk Radio doing a great job keeping us on the air. Till next time, next Saturday, get growing America. Stay dry here in San Diego.